Well, at the end of the day, let's do a quick analysis and let's try to understand which all stocks are actually reversing or giving a good strength. So, of course, we can see that this Jindal Steel had a very good run today, and together with that, Oro Pharma is also inching towards the levels of 700. But in general, I am staying away from pharma companies right now. In general, this GNFC is definitely one of our very strong stocks. Together with definitely LAURUSLABS is also looking good. So this might be something which we will be tracking. PFC is going to post its result tomorrow. So definitely this stock will be in our radar, and going forward, this 125 is definitely a strong resistance. There were a lot of this companies from the insurance sector, just like ICICI Prudential, SBI Life, HDFC Life, and others. They all are forming this particular reversal sort of candle. So going forward, this would definitely be something for a swing trade, and we are just going to wait for some, for the first. Half of the day on Friday, if these companies are able to move forward and hold the levels, then maybe this would be a temporary bottom. Similarly, Hindustan Copper is also going to post this result over the weekend, and so basically this is also looking good. And we have been talking about this, that there was a nice consolidation happening at the levels of 140. We have to just make sure that the levels of 134 is, and in general, copper is looking very bullish as a commodity in the world market. Other than that, of course, LTTS, as I said, is in my radar. Going forward, definitely 4800 to 5000 may act like a good resistance, or it might actually, let's see how this actually moves forward. But in general, I would suggest to keep this particular stock on a long list rather than on a short list. So and other than that, of course, there were this nice candles, just like Tata Steel. Yesterday we discussed, we said this is just a blimp, and this is exactly what happened today. It went towards the levels of 1250. We have been carrying this 50 points over this last 2-3 days, and this was actually a good trade. Going forward, definitely, as I was mentioning, SBI Life also, you can see there's a nice reversal. We took some trades today. It 1167 1150. It went today, and going forward we are expecting some 1200, which might come depending upon the sentiment of the market. But in general, all those life insurance companies, they have the same structure. There were a lot of long positions which were getting added today, so let's see if this trend continues even in tomorrow until this mid of the week. Other than that, of course, NMDC. So there are a few stocks: GNFC, NMDC, Hindalco. So these are actually, yeah, they're not falling, as a result of which it seems like there is some genuine buying interest happening over there. M&M is also one of the stocks which got some highlight today, and definitely seems like there are some positions which are getting added. Let's see if it is able to hold those levels of 850. Then going forward, definitely 900 would be something to be as a short-term target. Power Grid is also nicely consolidating between the stead points since the last few days. Let's see if it is able to give a closing above the levels of 220. And now we are more in consolidation zones, just like Aarti and Naveen Fluorine, and also you will see Deepak Nitrite. So these are all in consolidation zones, so there's not much happening. SBI card in general, I mentioned SBI card just on yesterday. After it crossed the levels of 850, we entered the trade, and from there it went towards the levels of 870 today. And so going forward, definitely this looks like a good structure. We have to just what I'm more waiting for is a validation, and if it is able to hold the levels of 850, then going forward there will be a good move. State Bank of India, fantastic consolidation is happening, and this should be in your radar. I talked about how 550 was a strong resistance after the result day, and then from there it corrected towards the levels of 520 over here, and then again it's trying to go towards the levels of 550. So this is also one of the stocks you should be taking into consideration from a target perspective. Definitely 600 should be an achievable target in short to medium term. Other than that, of course, now it's more like consolidations is happening, but in general the market looks good. You can see also you can see the same pattern in HDFC Life as we saw in SBI Life and ICICI Prudential. So this is and the last one is definitely ICICI GI. Let's see Okay, so ICICI General Insurance was not able to give the same structure, but I was trading mainly in SBI Life, and I think from a market participant point of view, people are giving more stress to State Bank of India brands, State Bank brand rather than an HDFC brand for now. And going forward, this is the reason why you can see this big longs getting initiated in companies like SBI Card, State Bank of India, and together with that in SBI Life. In general, I think SBI Life has it doesn't matter on the fundamentals, that's a different thing, but from definitely from a sentiment point of view, I would suggest that try to track SBI Life, as that might be able to give you a much better result in terms of returns for the short to medium term. Okay, so let's end this video now. So going forward, there's not much happening in these companies. So BPCL and Maruti also, we discussed how 9,000 is going to be a strong resistance, and that's exactly where it happened, where it opened at 9,000 levels, and then from there it was just a down move. But going forward, I think it will just nicely consolidate over here. Other than that, of course, Ambuja Cement is also going to post its result over the next 2 days, and this is a very nice consolidation which is happening. We have to say in which way, in which direction this company takes the move before the result. And of course, you have not much happening in Page and Ipcolab. So in general, you can see these are the laggards, and basically they all look other than Maruti and Ashok Leyland maybe. So in general, so if you are more interested in automotive sector, just try to stick with M&M. That's actually looking really good, and Escorts is again nicely consolidating at these levels of 1850, nicely dancing, and there's not much a move which is happening, which is good, because this actually signifies there is some distribution which is happening. Other than that, of course, I will do a sip in Astral, as I've already mentioned multiple times in the past, and this is more of a long-term investment. And other than that, of course, all these other companies, just like Sale had a good move towards 106, and then it closed. So as long as it's able to hold the levels of 100 going forward, we can expect some good move. So it all depends on how the sentiments of the market is poised and how it looks. And other than that, of course, there is a lot of opportunities going forward. So for tomorrow, explicitly, I would suggest to keep a track on this insurance sector, say SBI Life, say for example, this would be in my radar. Other than that, of course, Coromandel and Power Grid Hunout is also nicely consolidating. It's supposed to post its results tomorrow, and but it's priced at 45,000, so that may not be a good trading scope for you. So M&M is definitely one of the companies I'm keeping in track. Other than that, IEX, I will sip at 200 levels. This is already a known thing. I already have my alerts in place, so this shouldn't be a problem. Other than that, of course, my focus, as I tweeted during the market hours, has been LTTS, and this is definitely I'm keeping in my radar. PFC has its result tomorrow, else I would have definitely said there are some serious long positions which have been created in PFC and in HINDCOPPER just before the results. So let's see. HINDCOPPER, as I said, mentioned earlier, 135 is a very important zone. So let's hope that it's able to hold these levels. And other than that, of course, you have GNFC. This is one of the stocks which is actually on a roll, so try to play this momentum. And of course, other than that, you have Jindal Steel, as well as you have Tata Steel, Sale. So these are all few of the stocks from the steel sector which are doing good. Thanks a lot for listening up. This video is going to help you, and I'm going to end the video over here. Bye bye.